Everyone, welcome back to my Tech Tuesdays. I'm giving a couple of tips every week on technology. I'm Jim Gass with Splice and Consulting. I probably should have said that before. And right now, just to be respectful of time, I'm not going to take a whole lot to introduce myself and say a whole lot. But what we're talking about right now is Microsoft Copilot. It's Copilot for Microsoft 365, which is officially its name. And so it can do a lot of different things. And I'm trying to go for about a month to show you some of the nice things. Last week, we talked about creating a document from a website and how that's possible. And so today we're going to stay on that document trend, and I'm going to actually show you how to create a document from scratch about anything that you want it to be about, right? And so it's not hard to do. You use Microsoft Word, go into it, click the icon for Copilot, and just type in what you want. But with that, you have to kind of consider the language that you use. Remember that Copilot is kind of like a little kid in a foreign language that doesn't really understand its own language yet. And so we're trying to talk to it as best as we can, and it's trying to communicate back to us in the best way it can by the results. So we're going to be very careful with the prompt that we use. And again, a prompt is what you tell Copilot to do in one of those applications: Word, Excel, Outlook, PowerPoint, Teams, the Edge browser. Those are the ones we're focusing on mostly, but there are definitely Copilot add-ins for more than Microsoft Suite. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is quickly share the screen. All right. And so we're in Microsoft Word, as you can see here. And so what we've got is we got the Copilot icon up here. This is the Copilot pane, and I always like to try to differentiate what this button does on most of the Office applications. It is asking about the content of what we're looking at here in Microsoft Word. So if this is a 30-page document, we would be asking Copilot questions about this 30-page document using this panel right here. However, I'm going to create a document or create a section of a document by using this Copilot button right here, which is actually in the Microsoft page itself, the Word page itself. I've already got something typed out, but I'm going to go ahead and paste it in there. Create a 3-page policy document for a business doing on hiring, disciplining, and termination processes of employees. Pretty generic, right? And so I just did this before the session. I always try to think of something creative that just about every business can use. And so this is a prompt. This is how I'm a little specific. I'm saying 3-page policy document, okay, for a business on hiring, disciplining, and termination. And I use the word processes in here so it knows I'm looking for kind of, I'm kind of honing in on that policy, right? And also of employees. So remember, you want to be a little specific with your Copilot prompts so that it can give you the best result. If you're not specific, if you've got your kind of your nouns and verbs and adjectives kind of all over the place, or maybe I didn't say a policy document, I said a document, right? It wouldn't understand that I want a policy document. So I really implore you to actually use very, very strict specifics when doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and generate this. Did it just a minute ago. While it's doing that, because it's just a hurry up and wait, I want you to think about this. A lot of people think to themselves, well, I'm waiting for this document to generate. Gosh, it's not already done, for crying out loud. Well, what I want you to understand is that it's going through your Microsoft 365 resources, your email, your Teams meetings, your documents in SharePoint or OneDrive, and it's pulling all this information in and trying to compile it into what you're looking for, what it's trying to interpret what you're looking for. Now, if it can't find what it needs in your resources that you have access to, okay, in other words, I have access to only this set of resources because of security. If you can't find it, it's going to go out to the web and do its best to pull that information down. Not sending information out to the web, it's just pulling in a query. Now, as you can see, it's already a page and a half done. I want you to think, yeah, maybe we had to wait here, but think about the creativeness that I would have to go through and the thought process I would have to go through to generate this 2 pages that it's on. So far, it's already on 3 pages, right? The 3 pages that it's already on. Now, instead of actually, thinking about what I want to say, I can just say, Copilot, draft something like an assistant, right? Or I would give this to my assistant actually and say, hey, Debbie, go draft a document for me. So I don't even think about it, right? And then bring it back to me. So in that regard, it's saving me time so I can delegate to somebody, but also it's saving Debbie time because now she can get 10 of these done if I want to. Hey, Jim, here's 10 versions of it, right? And she can send it back to me, and then I can ask Copilot, does it include this? Does it include that? And go back to Debbie. And so it's not like it's going to replace people's jobs. I just don't think AI is one of those things going to replace jobs. I know the big story is that it will. I don't think it will. I think it's going to enhance our abilities and make us be able to do more faster, kind of like computers. Remember before we had spreadsheets and stuff like that, had to do it all by hand. Now we can do it faster. Come back, calculators, spreadsheets didn't replace people's jobs. No, not at all. It just made us so more productive. So I'm going to say keep it to my document. I'm going to take a look at this document and say, wow, hiring processes, disciplining processes, and termination processes. What I want you to know is that this document put something together that it thought that you wanted. That doesn't mean it's accurate, and it doesn't mean it's what you want. So I always implore people, review, make this document your own, line by line, edit it, read it, make sure that it says what you want it. Just don't hand it off. Okay. You just hand it off, you're going to get embarrassed. I can almost promise you that in somewhere in here, maybe in this line right here, we don't have a progressive. I don't know, right? Progressive policy, right? Maybe that, it's not what we would do from a corporate perspective. So I would edit it and make it fit our corporate needs or my personal needs, right? So that it is my document. It's just helping you. It's not taking out the responsibility of making sure the document is right. So that's what I got from a tech tip. Word document from on the fly. You can do this with almost any type of document. You can do blog posts, all kinds of different things. So next week, I have something new. Hope this was helpful. If you like this, please make sure that you like the post, the video. Also, comment your questions. I love questions, so make sure that you give me questions or just say great job. I appreciate those as well. And ultimately, if you think you can, share it to other people. I really appreciate that. Those are incredible compliments when people do that and take their time to do that. So thanks a lot. Talk to you soon next week.